Where are we with Hugo Ekitike? We are anxiously waiting, aren't we?
I think this is close. We are expecting this deal to be finalised today, actually, before the player flies out to Liverpool's pre-season tour of Asia. Now, the player began a medical yesterday in London. Personal terms have been agreed. This is a deal worth £79 million with Eintracht Frankfurt. £69 million fixed fee, £10 million in add-ons. That just seems like how all the deals right now are being conducted. That's what we are all reporting on right now. And we know a striker's been a priority for Liverpool in this window. For Frankfurt in particular, they signed the player just a year ago for £14 million. A £65 million profit is incredible work. But we also know with this player, Newcastle were the first to act actually just about a week ago when we reported it was a £70 million bid rejected by Frankfurt from Newcastle. But for Liverpool, it's just showing their ambition in this transfer window. They've already smashed the British transfer window in bringing in Florian Wirtz from Bayer Leverkusen, and the spending isn't stopping right now. £79 million for a deal imminent for Hugo Ekitike.
And that takes their spending to around about £300 million, Darmesh. How are they doing this?
I think that question is usually a question that rival clubs ask about Liverpool, because they're spending all of this money. How can they do it? Look, let's be honest. That club is fantastically run, number one. If you go back to last summer, they only brought in Federico Chiesa for about 10 or 11 million pounds. Admittedly, that one didn't work. They made £40 million in sales of Fabio Carvalho, Bobby Clark and Sepp van den Berg. Add to that the increased market revenue plus Premier League money, Champions League money as well, and it's enabled them to spend this much money, and it's cleared the rest of the field by around 70-odd million pounds. But look, this summer, Jarell Quansah has left for Bayer Leverkusen. Trent Alexander-Arnold's gone to Real Madrid. They even got £10 million for him. Kevin Kelleher's gone to Brentford in a deal that could be worth £18 million. They could still raise funds from the possible sales of Darwin Núñez, Harvey Elliott. That could be £80 million plus. And the way that the PSR works, you've got £105 million rolling, no more losses than £105 million in 3 years. But the way they do their deals, the £300 million that they might spend, it's not £300 million straight out of the accounts. This will be amortised over the length of a contract, whereas the money they receive can go straight into their books to be able to spend. So that's why Liverpool are able to do what they're doing.
Right, big breaking news, and it regards Liverpool. James, what can you tell us?
Well, we just talked about it before, but Hugo Ekitike is a Liverpool player. It's been confirmed, £79 million deal with Eintracht Frankfurt for the 23-year-old forward, £69 million in as a fixed fee, £10 million as add-ons. He will join Liverpool this season. He'll be flying out with their pre-season squad, and he will be a Liverpool player, a striker that's been high on the priority list for Liverpool throughout this window, has finally been completed. Now, I've got a bit of background on this. Now, it probably looks from the outset that Liverpool maybe were hijacking Newcastle's player after they made a bid. We'll get back to that, but Newcastle were a bit late to the party after missing out on Liam Delap, João Pedro. Liverpool have actually been in contact with Hugo Ekitike's camp since January, and Arne Slot has spoken to the player at the end of the season. Now, Manchester United also actually tried to swoop in last minute for Ekitike, but the player rejected that opportunity. He was sold on Liverpool. He wants Liverpool. Now, why Ekitike? Well, Liverpool feel he's a multifunctional centre forward, so not only can he play through the middle as a number 9, he can drop in as a secondary striker role, even operate wide, which works with their fluidity of their attack that Arne Slot likes to do. For Liverpool, they look at the data and they're so impressed by his numbers from a data perspective. They also look at the uptake. So he's 23 years old. Is he a player that can improve moving forward? Well, they believe he is. And they believe, alongside the likes of Alexander Isak, that Hugo Ekitike has the potential to be one of the best players in the world. And if you look on data side, which Liverpool tend to do with a lot of their signs, with all their signings, they believe historical data tracking is quite limited at the moment, but Haaland and Mbappe are the only strikers under the age of 23 who have shown better potential at a comparable age. So this is how highly Liverpool rate Hugo Ekitike. But as I mentioned at the start, not hijacking Newcastle's player. This is what we reported a week ago, that Newcastle made the first bid, £70 million rejected, but Liverpool have continued to talk to the player. They've been interested in him since the start of the year.
Just very quickly, Ekitike, no shirt number yet.
No shirt number.
Interesting.
Yet. No shirt number. But as soon as it's announced, I'm sure we'll share that
Later
news.
on in the summer, they said that he will get his number.
I'm certain Liverpool fans will be waiting eagerly to get Ekitike on the back of a shirt, considering how highly he's been thought of. And what's interesting, just a bit more on this as well, is even with Newcastle United bidding, Liverpool were very relaxed. They knew that Eintracht Frankfurt wanted a bit of a bidding war, and they picked their time to go in for their play. They did something very similar when they signed Luis Diaz, and they timed it perfectly well. And they're spending, close to £300 million now. But what a way to improve on a Premier League title by investing that much in your current squad for the new season.
Just very quickly on that shirt number.
Yes.
Darwin Núñez.
I knew you were going to say, where's the number?
Where's number 9 at the moment? He's actually, I'm just looking at his history. It's quite good to get the history
before.
of the...
He wore shirt number 27
He's
before.
worn number 9 a couple of times,
9.
but not for like... this. No, Paris Saint-Germain, one season he wore number 9. Number 11 for Eintracht Frankfurt.
Yes.
So, number 9.
And who's number 11 for Liverpool? Mohamed Salah.
I don't think he's going to get that shot.
I don't either.